If you're a single agent, absolutely you should have a farm, and quite honestly, I think it should be the farm that you live in, because people are going to know you anyway, and if you're not an asshole, they'll use you. So, do we have some good questions?
We do. We'll start off for Christian. How often do you repeat, or do you repeat knocking on doors when you're out there door knocking, cranking away? How do you get started?
I don't ever really repeat unless it's a
Sponsored by Bank.
Sponsored by Bank. We started implementing door knocking in expireds, so that's the only time we'll door knock them in the morning, and we'll door knock them again in the afternoon if it's a good expired, if it's close to my office or close to my house. So twice, but other than that, it's just once, really.
Do you track if they don't answer to be able to go back?
No.
No? Okay.
Probably should. I mean, it'd be beneficial, but we don't.
Yeah.
Okay, and then jump onto the media side here. Everybody text in questions. I know you got some. If you haven't done any videos, what's the best way to start? So I know we got, you covered just go make some foodie stuff, go talk about here's a burger that you need to try or something like that. But if you don't have a media team yet, you don't have that in your budget, you're just starting out, maybe you're trying to do the free method to really build up yourself.
Dude, fucking your cell phone companies. Your cell phone.
Just crank your cell phone, just start doing content. Adam, what did you start off with your first content?
Follow Sandy.
Videos?
You'll get it right away. Like she'll Facebook Live anything. Like if somebody's like fucking building a sandcastle, she'll Facebook the whole fucking.
She gets more likes on those dumplings than I think anybody ever has on how many houses they sold this year.
Yeah. You were on Facebook Live when you were talking about AIDS, bro. So
I think she's had me on Facebook Live saying worse shit.
I would say the biggest thing when it comes to taking videos is not the camera that you're using. Just be conscious by the angle. Too many people go too low. Go face or higher. Makes you look better. The second thing is just buy like a shotgun mic for your cell phone, right? And just plug it in the bottom. The quality, the sound quality would be so much better. It's just like, I mean, you could get a nice little setup for your iPhone for like $100.
Yeah, Adam, real quick. I have a link that we can put on here, and it's a mobile shoot kit. And it's under $100, and it's got the mic, the light, a little selfie stick tripod, and it's like really easy to pick up, and it completely transforms your
promo code
social
Amaya.
media. Yeah.
I'll say this.
We'll put the link in there, though.
I'll say this. I'm pretty bad at it. Like, I went from like a certain camera, and then I'm like, oh, I need 4K, and then I never even shoot 4K. So I went and bought this like really expensive camera, and we don't even use it to the ability that it can. Yeah. So if you're brand new, just hop on your cell phone. It's the doing part that most people. It's just like I'll say like something I hate doing is door knocking. So I'll be like, I need flyers. I can't door knock without flyers. That's just a lame excuse.
Right.
So people don't want to shoot videos like, well, I don't have a green screen. I don't have the light. I don't have the.
My hair's not done.
My hair's not done or whatever. Just go out and do it. It's
Truly.
I didn't trim my pubes. Like.
I know the market's slowing down, but come on. What kind of videos you shooting?
What they're getting at is truly, and if you guys don't have this written down already, write it down. Perfection is the enemy of success. If you wait till it's perfect, you will never do it. Like, we weren't all prepared to come up here today. Maybe you're like, yeah, no shit, maybe not. But like, it doesn't matter. Just do it, because after we do it today, we're going to be better for the next event, and then we're going to be better for the next event instead of just pushing it off. So just get it done now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your makeup doesn't have to be perfect, guys. You don't have to be super dressed up.
If you're fat, they're gonna know you're fucking fat. Like, what they mean. Like, just fucking do it.
So, and the big thing with video, if Facebook and Instagram push video harder, so video is so much more important. And if you are running Facebook ads, videos are even more important because you can see how long someone's watching that video. So for us, when we run a video on Facebook, we won't retarget unless you watch at least 50%. So now our spending money on that retarget ads, not retargeting everyone, just people that watch at least 50%.
So the retargeting thing, we're gonna touch on the next.
The next one.
But I mean, that's a key. A lot of people think that they're getting this amazing thing. They're like, I had 1,500 views on my video I just did. You're like, they're all 5 seconds.
They're all 5 seconds.
Like that was just the time it took them to swipe past your video.
Exactly.
So make sure if you're gonna go out there and spend that content, spend that money, you're getting that real content.
Yeah.
All right. So, kind of a little bit here. You guys can open it up based on what you're doing. Do you have farms? Do you have a farm area, a geographic farm, or is it just a social farm? Or what are each of you guys doing in that field? How are you incubating?
So yeah, we do have a farm area. The only reason I picked that area is one, the price point's good. Two, I grew up there, so people know me and my brother really well up there. But the problem is you have to do layering, what we say. So like we're number one in Zillow up there. You know, some people like Zillow, don't like Zillow. The reason I'm number one is just one more layer that if someone doesn't follow me on social or maybe didn't get a postcard, when they go on Zillow, they'll see my face, right? And so what we do is only stay at 92508. So my goal or my team's goals are to get, if we're working a random open house, you work in that area, right? So then people are seeing your signs every single weekend. I mean, it's very hard right now to like stay in one niche, but for us, it's all about layering. So I want someone to see my for sale signs, my open house signs, my Facebook ads, my Zillow ads, everything in that one little niche and just one zip code, nothing more than that.
And your random open house is an open house that's not your team.
Yeah, so a random open house
Another
is like,
agent in your farm, you're gonna try and own that.
I would
house.
rather work a random person's open house in my farm than actually work my listing in like Redlands or something like that. Because it doesn't make sense for me to go out there. It doesn't.
Right.
It's not adding. Okay,
It's
cool.
just
Maybe
you
I
spread
double
yourself
into
too
it.
thin,
Maybe, but I'd rather be in the spot where people go, man, that guy's. I always see his signs every single weekend. So that's what we do.
Anybody else on the farm? Christian, you still farming? I know you're hitting the phones like crazy too. I know you built yourself on farming. You're working you're farming your leads now, but
Yeah, so I've never like chosen one area to farm. I've always just farmed around my listings.
circle prospect.
Yeah, circle prospecting. Because I've always been hungry for now business. I feel like farming is future business. So I haven't farmed per se in that sort of way where you chose an area.
But you'll
Just
reach
around
out.
listings.
So you're basically past clients or circle prospect.
Yeah, so I farm my past clients. We keep in touch with them, just postcards and phone calls.
Because you guys,
Farming. I'd like to hit on the farming.
Yeah.
If that's cool.
Yeah, me
so,
too.
we have a small farm. Maybe you guys have heard of it, Menifee. So, no, but that's
on
true.
a few houses.
Yeah. But no, that's truly what we're going for. We live there. Our office is there. We're hitting all of the community events. Obviously, we're hitting all the listings hard. We're buying Zillow. We're buying Realtor. Just trying to. I'm driving around the truck, wrapped every single day. I'm sure you guys have seen that, just going around. So I want to get to a point where they see me so much, or they see our team so much in Menifee that that's all they think about. So obviously, we're a little bit bigger as a team so that we could do that. So a lot of open houses, listings, so on and so forth. But if you're a single agent, absolutely you should have a farm. And quite honestly, I think it should be the farm that you live in because people are going to know you anyway. And if you're not an asshole, they'll use you. So,
Well, and it makes it easier.
don't be the neighbor that throws the bad
Yeah,
parties.
and it makes it easier because you already know the area.
Right.
Right? You're now a local expert, and just because you live there. Like, you already know the school districts, you already know all that stuff. I hate going outside of my area because then I have to, like, do more research or I have to sling a lot of BS to them. And I don't like doing that because it makes my job harder.
Yeah.
All right. So the truth behind farming. So farming is planting a seed. Like that,
Yeah.
you're planting the seed. That's why it's called fucking farming. So
Really?
yeah. This guy was like, I don't farm because I don't like long-term shit. Like that's why
I
you
want it
drive a
now.
fucking R8. Yeah. All right. So the long-term
So we don't have them sitting next
seed.
together.
So here's how it works. It's long term, but what I've found is like everybody that I've gotten a listing from, because I only do listings. I don't get any buyers. I give all the buyers to my team. We spend about $14,000 a month on Zillow, and everything goes. So here's what I've really found is that the fact that we've dropped flyers and open house flyers and farming door hangers to them, they see me all the time, but they don't give a fuck. Like you can be the guy that sells 3 houses a year, but they see your shit all the time. So then they go on Zillow and then they see you there and they're like, okay, this motherfucker actually sells houses. So that's where they actually call and say, hey, you know what? So it's hard to track. We're big on tracking shit. So it's hard to track when they've seen me a million times, but they call me on Zillow. But it's because I fucking drop that flyer every time. So farming is extremely important. You're not gonna, if you track your shit, you're probably not gonna find that you actually got it from your drops or your door knocking or whatever you do. They need to see you on like 6 different platforms.
you got to be everywhere. And that's kind of what I was getting into. You got to do a little bit of everything.
But Adam nailed it. So like, I don't give a fuck. Like if somebody else is listing, if it's on my farm, you need to be in there. Like I'll do, do my house, I'll do your house, whatever. Like you need to be in that place at all times, and they need to see you with at least 40 fucking signs.
Yeah.
Because if you only have 5 signs out there and it's branded to your brokerage, and I'm sorry brokers in the room, but you need to have your own shit. Like, or if you're on a team, like it needs to be so much where they're like, all right, yep, I see this shit everywhere. The main thing, like the biggest compliment you'll get is, I see your shit everywhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm good friends with Tom Ferry, and he told me that like 6 years ago. He's like, well, you'll know you made it when people say, I see your shit everywhere. So that's a huge part of farming.
How many signs?
I think at least 40 signs
Yeah.
per open house.
Yeah, per open house.
I didn't say.
Yeah, 40 signs.
Dude, if you're going to miss out on Sunday brunch, you might as well fucking put up 40 signs.
Yeah, 40 signs minimum.
It's like you're gonna have to start at 6:30 instead of 7 to put those up on the weekends.
Yeah.
No, Stites team will hire somebody to put your signs up.
We're pretty bougie.
Yeah.
Whether you're with this team or not.
Okay, another one on here. So Adam, we can kind of dial into 2 things here.
Yeah.
Facebook or Instagram, are they equal or separate on that?
Okay.
And then, what's your retargeting? Are you using a program? You doing
Oh,
it on
okay,
your own?
yeah. So Facebook and
I was
Instagram
gonna
are
tie in with Steven.
completely different. They're 2 different platforms.
I got a good one for you.
Facebook
Just wait.
is more people like if I did a sold on Facebook, I'm gonna write the description of like how I met that client, about that client. I'm gonna tag her in that post. I want her to read. I want that to go on her wall, right?
And then their dog or
Yeah, I want to like tell a story behind it. Facebook is more storytelling, right? Instagram's more visual, right? There's a reason why the girl with the big butt gets 5 million likes, right? It's visual. So on there, it's gonna be really heavy. A lot of posting photos, videos, making sure when we post something, it's the right, it's in the right lighting, stuff like that. And then I won't write a long description because I know a lot of people aren't read that because the demographic on Facebook is older. They have less friends, so they're gonna read more stuff. They don't fly through stuff anymore. Like your grandmother reads everything, your mom and them, they read everything. On Instagram, it's more the 35 to 19. And what are they doing? I mean, you look at anyone on Instagram, that's what I do. I don't read a description. So if you're posting just listed or just sold or in escrow, you better put that on the photo. Do not put it in the description because no one cares. They're not even gonna read it. You better put, if it's a record breaking, you put that right on the photo. Anything you want someone to know on Instagram, put it on the photo, okay? And then the retargeting, I have my own in-house retargeter, and I won't tell you guys, it's like, you spend a lot of money trying to figure it out.
Not worth it.
It's if you are running 1 campaign a week or a month, don't do it. It's a waste of money. I'd rather you spend 5 hours a day DMing people and knowing the ins and outs of Facebook and Instagram and not thinking that, I'm going to run a Facebook ad and then, I'm going to get all these leads, because I know I get 20 billion phone calls a week with people wanting to sell me on Facebook ads. Like, we can run this. They're shit. Facebook ads are shit. But it's out of 500, you get 1 good one.
Less. 800.
Yeah. And so it's like, it's better to use those platforms to take advantage of your sphere or someone you met, or maybe you knocked on someone's door, you had a good interaction with them, you then go into Real Tax, get their information, then find them on Facebook and then friend request them. So now they see you all the time, right? So what did I just do? I just put 1 more lead into my CRM. Because if Facebook is CRM, that's what it should be used for, nothing else. So,
On the next event, we're going to go further into retargeting and what Adam does and so on and so forth. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we're testing a lot of shit right now. So by the next thing, we should have like actual results and say, do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
So question, different one here. David and then Sandy, you're kind of part of it as well. What are you guys doing? What's your daily schedule, your daily routine? You're so good at being so busy, having the family life, having the personal life, doing all the fun things, building that family with your team, cooking for them, having, that kind of companionship and everything. What's your schedule look like for both of you guys? How do you work a day?
So my normal schedule, we wake up at 4:30, at the gym with Stone by 5 to 6, come home, make Sandy coffee, wake her up, get ready. 7 a.m. we're on the huddle with our team, which everyone calls in a conference call. It's about 15-20 minutes, and then load the kids up in the car, take Sam to school, take Tyler to school, and then I'm at the office by about 8:05 if I'm lucky. I catch the tail end of him talking shit to everyone who's not in the parking lot yet on his live. And I'm like, I'm pulling in, fucker. But that's my day before the office starts. Now that we run a team, so I'm still in production, but I'm kind of like not working my way out of it. But the team is doing a lot of my transactions now that I would have done in the past, and then I just focus more on the team the first half of the day. So 8 to 12 is like working on the business, and then 12 and after is in the business, transactions or anything like that. But my day's pretty chopped up. I've noticed for the team, to truly help the agents on the team and for them to be successful, I've had to ramp up my training by about 300 to 400%. It's like 4 times as much training as I thought it was going to be.
Same here.
But it's really starting to pay off. There's agents on the team that did a couple deals last year that'll do over 25 this year. And as long as I keep seeing results like that, I'm going to keep doing it, because I love taking that agent that needs help to doing 25 plus deals a year, because it's just absolutely amazing. I think it's such a fucked industry. You know, we quit our jobs, we get our licenses.
We think we're gonna make $1 million.
We think we're gonna make $1 million. We get in the real estate, and like nothing that the schooling has prepared us for has anything to what we do every single day. So it's like the fail out rate is like what, like 90 something percent or whatever it is. But like, I'm gonna fix that one agent at a time. Like, that's my mission. That's my goal at Team Stites, is like, I'm gonna help every single agent I can, because they risk their life quitting their job,
After 12,
you know, their family, so on and so forth. So to me, it's a shame, but we're gonna fix it one by one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna lump 2 questions together on this one also. We've got one: what online lead source are you invested in, and what's the conversion rate on them? And the other question that pairs exactly with it is, can you name one source that you're getting your most business from?
What was the first question?
So are you using an online lead source that you're invested in, and what's your conversion rate with those types of leads? So again, like Adam said, right, you know, you're running 800 ads, or you're going to get one thing out of it. So what are you focused on, and what are you actually converting? Want to take that first?
Yeah, online is difficult for us. We don't do much of it. We focus on net rather than gross. That's why he keeps plugging my R8. We were able to open up another business, Temecula Exotic Car Rentals. So you guys go follow that. We got a Lamborghini.
You can rent it for your kids' prom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go follow that page. Steve keeps plugging it, so I figure I'll throw it out there. We focus on the net numbers, so we don't buy a whole lot of leads. We dabble in it a little bit for Hemet Seniceno, kind of build that farm, I guess you could say. But for me, my biggest lead source this year has honestly been past clients and sphere of influence, and just follow up. They say the fortune is in the follow up 100%. Over the past 4 years, I think I have 1,900 seller leads. So it's like I'm just following up with them. They're cold calling and making more leads, but for me, it's follow up really is where we're getting most of our business now.
Recontact.
Yeah. For us, Realtor.com has been the best converter so far. We started that early this year, and we've had Zillow for 3-4 years, and this year Realtor.com will outproduce Zillow, which is insane, because a lot of the Zillow stuff you're converting is like last year's leads, right?
1,000%.
So yeah, so I'm really excited to see next year, you know, how much more it'll even be, because we have a ton of Realtor.com leads that weren't able to buy this year that are going to be buying last year. So for us, that's our best source.
So we do something a little different. We have a quarterly client appreciation event. We just had our pictures with Santa, and we bought, you know, Hangar 24 and wine for all of our clients. But we also, you know, we did the Sparks of Love. So in order to get in, you got to donate a $10 toy. But once you get in, you get, instead of staying in a fucking 3-hour line for Santa at the mall, you come here. We have a legit Santa, and you get that shit for free. So we give back, and you know, free beer and wine. Motherfuckers show up for that shit. And it looks great. Like, we had a great event. Josh, how great was that? I think we had over 150 people. I thought it was gonna be like 60 people.
Our retreat?
Santa.
No,
Santa.
our Santa thing.
the client appreciation event. was
So
huge.
like, we did a pumpkin patch. We legit bought a fucking pumpkin patch. That shit was not cheap. And like 40 people showed up. So like, we lost money on that. But like, we do, we rent out. So our team's so big now. We rented out 2 movie theaters for all of our clients, and they come. Like, they register everything. Like what you guys see there, where you're about to sign in on. like they register for this shit, so we know they're coming. So I think a quarterly client appreciation thing is good. If you only have 20 past clients, do pop buys. Like go buy during Thanksgiving, drop off pumpkin pie, or fuck.
Have them into an ice cream shop, something small. I mean, if it's smaller, it's almost better because you can then do it anywhere.
So like we did for our grand opening of our office, I rented a fucking In-N-Out truck.
Yeah.
So like motherfuckers show up for In-N-Out and beer. Like I know what they show up for. So
Do you do it every holiday, like a holiday thing, or
it's
just every
quarterly.
quarter?
Yeah, so it's quarterly. So we find a holiday.
Nice.
So like we did pictures of the Easter Bunny, and we did like things like that. So
Is it better to spin it off a holiday, or rather than just doing something?
it's good to spin it off a holiday and make it 2 weeks apart from the holiday because everybody's busy during the holidays.
Okay.
But it's not, if it's 2 weeks in advance, at least they got the pictures
Yeah.
or whatever it takes.
Yeah. Nice.
You're
So-
giving them something that they
It's
don't
an
have to
easy
buy.
thing.
Yeah, sweet.
Exactly.
Easy thing,
And
it's
like I
seasonal.
said, for me, I'll avoid the mall at all fucking costs right now. Like, I don't even like to get on the freeway. Luckily, he drove today. So.
So for us right now, our lead source that's really been crushing the last month has been Red X, expireds for sale by owners. Those have been huge. I mean, my girl Barbie has just been dominating the phones. And then other than that, a big thing we've been getting is like, I have a lot of like anyone who's ever reached out on a Facebook ad, I've just friend requested them and put them on my page. And now I'm getting people like, hey, I really like this house. That's had like I have one follower or one mutual friend, so that's been a big thing. Zillow, we're number one in our zip code, but we're not increasing spending on it. The only reason we're doing it is for that layering effect, so it's one more angle people see. We're barely anything on realtor.com. We just don't turn anything over there, so it just hasn't made sense for us to go that way. Yeah.
Okay. Good deal.
Are you just pulling up random, like, are you Googling questions or what are you doing?
No, I'm scrolling through
People
them.
text in.
Okay, so
People text in
so we
questions.
got this one. How did your business plan from this year change for this past year change for 2019? Was there any differences? Are you guys doing the same things? What are you?
Yeah.
What's your
Major-
big business
yeah,
plan? What's your
major
shift?
changes. So our big change is going to just be like more dialing. We've never done that before. A lot of I'm really new at this team thing, so I really scrapped my whole team and started over because it just wasn't working. We had to redo it all just because I didn't know what I was doing yet, and I was still trying to figure it out. And then I got the right people, right coaches in place, so I scrapped my whole team, starting over, and now more or less it's lead generating with lower costs. So it's going to be a lot of dialing, a lot of like retargeting ads, not just randomly, but taking those numbers on RedX, and really diving into the schedule and really knocking out, like just doing simple stuff, like just not clearing out follow-up boss every day. If I can have my team clear out their follow-up boss every single day, and go call night every single week, like it's just gonna work. Like it's just going to. So we're really cutting down on costs and really getting tight on our efforts. So that's the difference.
For me, thanks to Amanda who's in the room, it's been more about like me doing the one-on-ones with the team because I realized that I'm not just an agent on the team, I'm actually the sales manager. So my one-on-ones are really in-depth with the team. So I feel like my team agents are more of a client than my actual clients are. So I'm diving in deep with them and figuring out
You're coaching now.
yeah, I'm like their coach. And David's a fucking great coach. So
Hell yeah.
I'm taking some shit from him, and it's just changed our company. It's changed the culture. It's changed everything. So, thanks, Amanda.
So obviously, the shift.
I got it.
Shift. Go ahead. You've heard this before. Wash your hands.
He is a dad.
I know. I'm the only dad up here. That's kind of weird.
Steven's got a dog.
Yeah, he's got a dog. Yeah. So we've all heard the word the shift. So within the next 2 years, real estate's going to look very different than what it looks like today. And the agents that are going to be left are the grinders. So that's what we're going heavy towards right now is, making sure that we have our schedules dialed in, making sure that we are zeroing out our follow-up. So we use our CRM is follow-up boss, and we have a little joke on the team. And it's like, are you going to be a follow-up boss or are you going to be a follow-up bitch? And like we've had to really revamp because we had a lot of follow-up bitches on the team, and one by one we're converting follow-up bosses, and that's really what you're going to have to be in the next 2 years because there's there's going to be a mass exodus of agents out of this business. Once an agent goes 3, 4, 5, 6 months without a paycheck, that spouse of theirs is saying, yeah, you're fucking done. Like, you know, because it's expensive. It's expensive to be an agent. So if you're spending money and not making anything, they're gonna pull that cord real quick. So the people that are follow-up bosses and the grinders, you know, that don't mind door knocking, that don't mind doing the phone calls. I mean, there's a reason you see Stone and I together a lot, is because we have completely separate businesses. Yeah, that too. We have completely just opposite businesses. Is, you know, Sandy and I, we set up our team essentially at the beginning because we had no money, just trying to attract business. You know, being great with online presence and just waiting for the phone to ring so we could pick it up. That's happening less and less now, and will continue to happen less and less within the next 2 years. So we've got to go, like, this guy's set up for the recession. He's set up for the crash. Like, this guy's going to make more money than probably all of us once the recession hits, because he's got the systems in place. He knows the scripts. I mean, for this competition, to have 30 minutes with this guy just to get your role playing and your scripts is priceless. Trust me, it's absolutely priceless. So we're really shifting towards that side right now, because this is going to be what conquers in 2 years right here. So,
What was the question again?
I just answered. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're all set.
That's the only compliment you're gonna get all day.
So we're working on the 2018 goals
Oh,
versus
yeah,
2019. How you doing?
Honestly, we have this problem as real estate agents as the shiny object syndrome. I've gone through it a bunch of times in my business where I'm like, oh my God, we can buy this Yelp contract and we're gonna get 500 listings.
Yep.
It just doesn't work that way. There has to be a foundation to a business, and it is generating leads. How do you generate leads without spending money? You talk to more people. How do you talk to more people? You cold call, you door knock, you go A through Z in your phone. It's really as simple as that. So your business is a wheel, and you can add spokes to the wheel, but you still have to have 3 spokes to run the wheel. So for me, it's
The wheel.
Yeah.
We talked about this before.
we talked about this.
Yeah.
So we have our wheel, right? Our business wheel.
Does anybody remember that live?
Yeah.
That was fun, right?
We did, yeah. We
I
were
didn't
bored
follow
in
you
a
guys.
hotel. I'm not even going to go down that thing. We were bored in a hotel.
We were live in a hotel.
Yay.
So we do door knocking, cold calling, and follow up is our 3 main things, and then I'm adding some other stuff. Our leads that do come in, we are video texting them instead of sending them a text message. Hey, are you interested in this house? Now it's like a video. Hey, what's up? It's Christian Stone. I saw that you inquired on one of our listings. You called off our sign. If you'd like more information, give me a call or just send me a text back. So that's one thing we're changing, but really it's just the foundation, and it's just bettering our skills. The better I get at my skills and talking to people and closing,
Skill is going to
the
win.
better I'm going to be in the down market. So not a whole lot of changes.
Yeah. He
He's
brushed.
sharpening his skills. is what he's doing.
He brushed on it, but in the next 2 years, skill will win.
Yeah.
How you sound on the phone will win. How you act face to face with people is how you're going to win.
I agree with
How
that.
you convert leads coming in is how you're going to win. So skill right now, and that's, you know, another thing that we're doing more role playing. Doing more role playing so we can practice that, so to sharpen all of our skill. So 100%.
Well, let me touch on that. So like I saw something, or a panel that I spoke on yesterday, somebody said like a bodybuilder wasn't born like just ripped. I mean, you can't all just come out like,
Yeah.
you know, just buff, right? So they got to build it up, and people are like, well, I don't know what to say. I suck on the phone. I'm an what's it called? You can't talk to people. An introvert.
Yeah.
That's bullshit, because the more you do something, if you curl every single day, 100 curls, your arm's gonna look pretty big in 60 days.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Brighton with calling. He was horrible, but you're good now, so I can say that.
He's good. I wrote.
Yeah, he's really good.
If you don't want him, I'll take him.
It takes practice. It really just takes practice, and it's failing forward. You suck, they hang up, good, next phone call. You suck, they hang up, good, next phone call. And you just keep going, and you fail forward, and you learn what to say, and you'll be extremely successful. It's proven.
And it's tough for a ginger for people to trust you.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to teach my team a lot about is like just stop trying to sell something salesy. Like
Right.
don't go in for the kill too quickly. Too many people try to like well, do you want to set an appointment? Are you pre-qualified? Or it's like, dude, just slow down. Like, because you're like everyone else. How can I be different and get them to like me and then still set the appointment? Right? Too many people want to go too quickly. Are you pre-qualified? Are you working with a lender? It's like, dude, just ask questions. Why are you looking to sell your house? Why
Maybe
is
just
this?
meet them
Why
at
are
the
you
first
looking-
fucking property, especially
Yeah.
if it's like a block away.
Yeah, just go get in front of these people. Our goal is to set appointments. Have a good conversation and set that appointment.
Right.
That's
and,
it.
And the lead
And at the end of the day,
source.
they want to see the house. They don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. They don't care about us. The lead source is important. So I'm going to treat a Facebook lead very different than I'm going to treat a Realtor.com or a referral call coming in. So knowing your sources and knowing your sourcing and knowing if your phone's ringing, what source is it ringing from? So it's important to know that as well.
I feel like this is a common sense question. Everybody knows this shit. So
It's
Go
good,
on.
to, but some of the.
Oh, but
it's-
I mean, do you practice it? You know,
Right.
like you have a conversation with somebody.
well,
you know,
and
one
Adam
of the big
said,
things
you know,
is how
he
could I have
doesn't.
had that better?
He doesn't script, but he has bullet points. Well,
Right.
guess what? Scripts are bullet points. It's to keep you on track. So he has scripts. He just doesn't call them scripts. He calls them bullet points. But that's really all a script is to get you back on track, asking the important questions, peeling the onion back to figure out what their motivation is. That's the most important thing is figuring, once you figure out the motivation, who cares about the fucking house? How many times do they call on 123 Main Street and actually buy 123 Main Street?
Rare.
Fucking never. They don't
Right.
care about the house. Figure out what's important to
everyone
them.
hears this at every fucking panel. Why don't we just ask them questions like
That's text in.
I feel like we're
That's
like
text in. I'm not setting them up.
this is every fucking panel. Let's make this
I
one different.
know.
Text in some good questions. What do we got? 10 more minutes.
Anybody have a fucking question? Like
Here we got.
I feel like this is all bullshit.
How did you?
I thought it was going pretty well.
Say it louder, Barbie.
What's your script to get somebody to do a price drop right now?
Hello.
He overprices his shit, so ask him.
Honestly, for price reductions, if they haven't sold in 30 days, I like David's. How many price reductions did you get when we were sitting at call night? One night?
I think like
10.
6. Yeah, I think it was like 6 or 7.
On his listing. So it's literally just calling him and saying, hey, look, go through your plan. This is what we've done. This is how many people looked at the property. This is how many showings we've had. We don't have any offers. There's 3 reasons a house doesn't sell. Either it's not turnkey, it's overpriced,
Condition, price.
or it hasn't been marketed. So guys, we've done this, this, and this. Your house is move-in ready, so it's obviously the price. It's as black as white as that.
Right.
But we're all scared to
So
ask.
do you want to do
You
a
just have to
small
ask.
price drop or do you want to do a big price drop? And they ask, well, what's a small price drop? 10 grand. Well, what's the big? 25 grand. And most of the time they'll pick the small. Sometimes they pick the big, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But if you're setting it up right in your listing appointment, price drops are crucial. But if you mess up the listing appointment and you mess up the communication between listing it and getting the price drops, you're not going to get the price drops. And that's why you're going to see an increase. Like you're hearing all these teams talking about more expireds, calling on expireds. We're going to have probably 4 times the amount of expireds coming because a lot of agents aren't able to have those tough conversations to getting the price drop.
1000%.
So your price drop is dependent on how you did in the listing appointment, setting it up. If you listed it too high, you needed to tell him or have it automatically in the contract reduced after a certain amount of time if you weren't in escrow. But excellent communication throughout the process will dictate whether you get the price drop or not.
Excellent question. More raw questions, not the bullshit questions.
That was a great question.
Why would you or wouldn't you join a team right now with the market the way it is?
That's bullshit. Let's move on. Seriously, a team is going to outperform a single agent. Like we're fucking
But why?
everywhere. Like that's
Why?
simple.
We have more.
So-
I don't know.
so the
They're
question-
brand new.
so-
they just
so
came
the
in.
question-
Why would you join a team or why would you not? Would you give up
One,
a
we
split?
spend
What's it worth?
$14,000 a month. Why do? How much do you spend?
On Zillow, I'm spending 10 grand. On Realtor, I'm spending 10 grand.
Exactly. So we're between 14 and 20,000 a month on leads that we don't even fucking take. So why not go to a team? We'll teach you system structure. Like Adam. All right. So here's the good thing. Adam runs a small team, so he has the one-on-ones. Like I do the one-on-ones. We all do the one-on-ones. So you're learning from guys that have done personally over 50 deals a year just by ourselves. So that's what we do the team shit. But
Or at least get a coach. I mean, like seriously, and like I'm not gonna
that's
push
a good.
coaching.
That's a good point.
But like I literally thought I could do it on my own because I didn't like Mike Ferry when he put no offense, Christian. I really didn't like Tom Ferry, right? I couldn't find
Fuck
that
you.
coach that I didn't like that coach.
Tom's my boy.
I know he's your boy. I'll play golf with him, but I just don't want to pay him. Right? But like, I just couldn't find that person because I just felt like, okay, I want to work with someone that's actually doing it, and I see that they're doing it. And then, me and David, became friends. So I was like, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna get next to someone that's doing it already. And then what? We've been coaching less than 6 months, right?
The fact that you're coaching for him is fucking amazing.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that it's like I have no
This
problem
guy's
admitting.
killing it, by the way.
But it's like I have no problem admitting that I need help.
Yeah.
And he's great at certain things. It's like me and Christian. We have 2 separate business types. And he's been harping on me for dialing since the day I met him. And I've been
not our thing.
No, and I told him, I said, you need to actually have a CRM and actually have some online presence, right? Like not just like a freaking book, I got David on Instagram finally.
Woo!
That
Yeah.
probably took. And
Yeah,
so,
hey, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, if you guys haven't already, add the 5 of us on Instagram. We're gonna be pushing out content in the next coming months. So grab out your freaking phones right now. Follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. We're gonna start putting out some really good real estate content, and it's gonna build to our next event.
Yeah. And so you have to just be investing in yourself. And then what's really going to happen, I don't remember who I was hearing the other day, when it gets tight, people want their overhead. They want more money in their pocket. People like us, it's like you need to still be investing in your company, into you. Books, podcasts, coaching, marketing, whatever.
Shit's gonna get cheaper. I can't wait till you motherfuckers get out of shit. So I can
Well,
buy
that's
shit.
how it is with Zillow right now, right? I spend more money in Zillow, and I've gone from 54% market share to 92 market share.
Everyone's jumped out.
Everyone's jumped out.
Yeah.
So the market's already showing that all those agents that are spending a little bit are all leaving because they're not making any money, and they're hearing that the market's going to slow down.
They're worried about the
They're
market.
worried the market's going to have, so they're
Yeah.
going to keep saving money. And you need to
Marcus, I can see.
you need to be investing at all times in yourself and in your company.
So if you think you're too good for a team, then fucking go get a coach. Literally.
You have to get a coach.
Yeah, you should, that's a perfect answer. If you're an agent on your own, you should have your coach. If you don't want to be an agent on your own spending all the money, you probably should join a team.
It's very simple.
All right. We hit 3 o'clock.
Perfect.
Is there any last questions? One more question maybe?
Raw, not fucking bullshit questions. Like,
One really good last question. Let's do it. Yeah,
Acevedo, you gotta have something.
we got one back here.
All right. He's getting a question.
Did you hear that? How
How
are
do
you
you find
controlling your
time for
time? How are you making it happen? How are
Try-
you doing this?
I literally thought I had AIDS this morning, and motherfuckers made me show up.
He's been
That's how
telling
you
us
find
since
time.
12 o'clock yesterday he was sick, and we told him to suck it up.
I've got a perfect answer for this. So agents are the best in the world at turning a 1-hour project into a full 8-hour day. So sit down and time block. That exercise, that every 15-minute exercise that I gave you, do that exercise. You'll realize how much bullshit you feel in your day that is non-dollar productive.
1000%.
We could fit this into our day because we time block it and we schedule it out. Every single one of us up here, we live by our schedule. Like, I know what I'm doing today because I go to bed at night, I look, what am I doing tomorrow? Okay. I wake up in the morning, what am I doing today? Okay. And that's it. So live by your schedule and time block. And you could have time for anything. One of the questions earlier was, how does Sandy and I do so many things? Because during those 4 hours, we get so much fucking work done that we're okay to do it.
Yeah.
But if you take a 2-hour project and turn it into 10 hours, guess what? You ain't gonna get shit done. So
Especially
just,
if you meet your buddy at the fucking coffee machine.
right,
You're
hyper
fucking
focus.
each other about
Just
bullshit.
hyper focus time blocking.
It's just focus. It's focus on whatever that thing is that you're doing during that time.
Yeah.
Like, don't go door knocking and then be on Instagram in between each door.
Yeah.
Just door knock, and that's it.
And I think the biggest thing too is like right now, like we've all have our phones blowing up. Too many agents, it's like, oh my god, I gotta handle this right now. Oh my god, I gotta handle this right
That's
now.
you.
No, bullshit. I have like 7 missed phone calls. But
You're the one who walked out on the phone in the
Yeah,
friggin'
exactly.
event.
That was one of my flips.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh.
But the aspect of it is, it can wait. And I know, like,
That
you
can
feel
wait.
like everything can wait, right? If you do it now, it's not gonna matter if in an hour. So we get off track because we go, oh my god, this person's calling me, or this, I need to put this fire out. No, I'm doing this right now. I'll handle that in an hour. So I have time block where it's like from this time to this time, that's when I put out all my fires. From 12 to 1, that's when I handle all my problems in my transaction. From 1 to 2, it's team time. So if someone's calling me at 1:30, I can wait. It literally can wait.
All right, so Acevedo has a question because this guy, I look up to him, it's like, I gotta know what your fucking question is.
Well, my question is,
Yeah.
well, honestly, I came over because you guys are doing a lot of stuff on social media and stuff like that I'm really not, tapping into, obviously, in that avenue.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of what this guy did.
Okay.
I started door knocking, not 1, not 2, but 7 days a week. That was basically my ritual. 7 days a week, in between open houses, in between meeting customers. But I just kind of wanted to see, the transitional portion that you guys are doing on your social media part of it, and how you guys are going back to the fundamentals of real estate, which is the door knocking, the being more obviously patient with the customer to provide better customer service. Because I've been on a very high.
You've been taught to close right then and there.
I'm the guy. I'm going right for the kill, like we say, right.
Yeah.
But in adjusting markets, going to back to that, I gotta slow down and I gotta pace myself again to be able to spend more time to listen and ask questions to my clients, so that my turnover is higher, because obviously we're in a different environment of a marketplace.
It's an attention.
Yeah. So basically, mainly to be honest with you, I'm the guy. I'm not retracting.
Yeah.
I'm actually going all.
You want to
in.
go deeper.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people
Alright,
just
so
get out of the industry.
What do you need from us?
Huh?
If we could give you something, I'd be fucking honored. So what do you want?
Honestly, mainly the social media portion of it. I suck at it. I'm not good at it. I'm hiring obviously someone to handle that portion for me, but I want to have a good grasp of it, of understanding.
Yeah. First off, I would say hiring someone.
What am I pushing? What kind of content am I pushing? Because we're big already on the tangible stuff.
Okay.
The stuff you can see, my billboards off the freeways, my door-to-door postcard every freaking month.
So you want to have one more layer.
I don't think you guys know what a
So
G this guy
basically,
has.
the layer is social media. That's obviously just gonna push off the fence those people that are trying to call me, but they're not calling me because I'm not getting.
You're not getting those people. Yes. So I would say what you really need to do is, so people obviously know what you do by everything else, right? So the goal is to get people to like you. Right? So if I was you, what's your farming area? I'm guessing you have...
It's big.
It's
Fucking
big.
California.
So I would change the demographic per each zip code that you're working, right? So I would start running branding ads I would have, go on RedX or go your title rep, grab those people's phone numbers and email addresses, right? And put them into Facebook. So those ads are going straight to those homeowners. And I would start running brand ads for people to like you, not just just listed, no just sold. They know you do business. You're getting their door hangers with that. But maybe something like a charity event that you're doing. Maybe run an ad on like giving a TV away. Start becoming part of the community because people already know who you are.
Man, I think rule number one: change your fucking picture. That's just from 1990.
Right? And get people to know who you are, and they'll like you, and then they'll go, you know what? I really like this guy. And then when you were talking about how to get slow it down. Get your clients onto social, get interested in what they're into, and then you can now talk to them about what they want to talk about. Imagine that you're going on a first date, right? I want to ask as many questions as that girl as possible to get her to like me. If I sit at that table and it's all about me, the check's coming real quick and she's going home, right? But if I'm asking all these questions about, hey, what are you into this? What are you into that? And if I can kind of know what my clients are kind of into, like if I know my client's a baseball fan, I'm all in because that was my old job. I'm going to get them tickets to a Dodger game. I'm maybe going to get a baseball for them.
Before they even sign a listing agreement?
Yes. Before they even sign a listing agreement. I'm going to give them up front. Because I already know they're going to like me. Because I know they already know what I do. I already know I do a good job. I just need them to get to like me. So if I can do
they'll
that.
get to like you and they'll listen to me.
So one thing that I took out of Amaya's presentation, which I think is absolute genius, is the reward program. Having a separate, Sandy, we got to set that up right away.
I gotta give props to my boy on that.
That's absolute genius. Just getting them on there, because getting people on there, they're just gonna talk about it more. And I mean,
they'll go to the office and pick up a fucking TV.
Right. And then they're going to
Facebook,
put it all
guess
over
what?
there.
I got a
Yeah, they're going to put it over there.
That I bought a house from 2 years ago.
But, you've got to understand the life cycle, the cash life cycle of a lead. So a Zillow lead, a Realtor.com lead, you're getting your money back. If I'm spending today, I'm getting my money back in 3 to 6 months, right? Because those leads convert quicker. Facebook, it's 12 to 18 months. So they're talking about a really good Facebook lead out of 800, you'll get one really good one.
That's actually real numbers.
That's real numbers because most people won't follow up for 18 months. That's follow-up boss status to the 10th. But if I'm you and the amount of past clients that you have, and Sandy and I are going to do it right away, I'm setting up the referral program. That's huge.
I have something too. One more thing to add to that. I think one of the easiest things that anyone can do for filming and video would be to just make an evergreen, which is prepping to buy in 6 to 9 months. And film those videos of step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5.
2
so
minute
that
videos,
you're,
right?
huh?
Less than 2 minute videos.
Yeah, like 2-minute videos of just different spots. Film it on your phone, prepping to buy in 6 to 9 months. And that's always going to be relevant no matter what the market is.
That's
If you guys are on
Which is
Instagram,
evergreen,
like
that's-
literally, you know those like stories you have in the bottom, like do month 1, month 2, month 3, month
Yeah.
4.
Oh,
and
like
you
the
film
saved
it,
ones.
yeah, the highlights.
Build highlight
You do it
folders.
once, and you never fucking have to do it again.
Yeah, that's smart.
And this is huge. It's going to give you social media presence.
Yeah, I'm kinda
It's
doing
going to put you as an authority. And eventually, it's actually going to guide them through that whole marketing funnel that you set up, because you're getting their attention because they're trying to buy something, and it's going to build trust. It's going to build rapport. And you're going to see that they're going to see that you're an authority in your marketplace. You know what you're talking about. And it's something that's very, very common. And everyone needs to know it. If they're trying to buy a home, they need to be able to prep for it. And if you're the one who gives them that info before, like way, way before they're even ready to buy, they're going to want to work with
And
you.
like I said, that's the authority. You bait them in with something that they never knew they're gonna fucking buy a house. You interview the teacher, like, oh shit, that's my kid's teacher. Oh, this motherfucker that interviewed her happens to be a fucking realtor. So, like, now he's giving me like realtor tips, like literally 2-minute realtor tips. So they're gonna follow you. They're probably not gonna be ready to buy for 6 months. They're gonna pop out of fucking nowhere, and they're gonna be like, you're gonna be like, what? That realtor tip? What?
Yeah.
So-
I'll throw in the whole other thing is what is this whole social media, like what is the name of it? It's social media. So like my social media is completely different than these guys because I just portray my lifestyle. I just show what I do. But that side works as well. So I know you probably have a pretty crazy lifestyle as well. Show what you do because then you get people who relate to you. This year I was like, wow, I don't know why I have 3 professional wakeboarders, a couple motocross guys, selling a house to a guy who owns the custom car shop here in town. It's because that's what I portray on my social media is my lifestyle. So you can just portray what you do every day, you know?
Yeah.
Rather than, you don't have to put it all towards business, just what you're doing because it's social media.
Right.